Hello internet, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name's Tori and today I have the 50 Shades of Pink Project Pan update number 1. This is a Pantastics ladies collab. It was created by Amanda, Jessica, and Cece. They will be listed down below as well as the master list for this project, and this is a big one. So let's just jump into it. I did already complete a goal. Didn't think this goal was going to be easy, so I didn't put it in here as a cop-out, but it happened. I hit my goal on the Wet n Wild Heart and Heavy Eyelid shade. My goal was to hit pan, and as you can see, I did that. Since the intro, I've used it 4 times to hit pan, so excited that I already have one done. That was finished on the 2nd of May. We still got a lot of other items in this project. Since we're talking about this, we'll talk about the other shade in this palette that's in this project, and that is the Brow Bone shade, because the Brow Bone is a white to pink. I think I'm going to try autofocus on. If it's annoying, it's annoying, but we're just going to try it for a little bit, because there you go. So I'm also focusing on the Brow Bone shade. My goal for the Brow Bone is to use it 15 times, and since the last update, I've only used it once, so I definitely will have to get more use out of that, but right now this is what this is looking like. So I'm happy to have one eyeshadow goal already done. So I'm gonna try to talk about the stuff that I actually used, because there are some items that I just didn't get to yet. So one that I was hoping to knock out right away, but it still needs more use, is the 1000 Wishes body lotion. It's now at the black mark, and since the last update I only used it 10 times, so this is something that I definitely need to use more, because it probably has 20 uses left, because I only really use these on my ankles, so I need to use it more to help get it done. Next I have an item that I was trying not to use a lot and was going to just hold off, but I ended up already using it 13 times, and that's the Mario Badescu Rose Water facial spray. Yeah, my goal is to finish this, but I was trying to save it for a little bit later, but since it's right in front of me, I have been reaching for it naturally, but I do need to put this on the back burner for a little bit, because there's 2 facial sprays that are older than this that I'm not that fond of, that I would like to get used up before this one. Next, I did get some use out of this perfume. This is the Victoria's Secret Bombshell Body Mist perfume. I've used it 4 times since the intro. I am trying to finish off, I'll show you. I'm trying to finish off this. And this is a beast. But I want to finish this off first before I go through one of these, because 4 uses and there's already progress. So I'm not too concerned with my perfumes in this project, but I do want to use up the other one first before I finish that one. Next, we'll talk about an eyeshadow palette. So the Lime Crime Sugar Plum palette. My goal is to use this whole entire palette 20 times. I used it 16. So close, yet so far, but this definitely would be the next item that the goal is complete on. I've been trying, I wanted to use every single shade at least 4 times, but it's turned into me reaching for icing a lot, and I've also been liking Nutcracker. I've been using Nutcracker as a outer corner crease, but I'm also trying to low-key trying to hit pan and just make that dip a little bigger. But yeah, I reached for Sugar and Spice once, I reached for Fairy Floss once, and then I don't know if I reached for Candy Plum. I honestly can't remember. So honestly, for the next 4 uses, if it's all just icing, it's whatever. I wanted use out of this palette, so that was the point of this little Polly Pocket guy. Next, let's talk about all the lip products to just get them out of the way. So the first is the Jeffree Star Mystery shade. Since the intro, I've only used this once. I'm getting a good rotation on my lipstick, but that's also meaning that they're not getting they're getting 2 to 1 use per month instead of multiple. This is starting to smell off. Well, not off, but starting to smell bland. This isn't that old. I have to keep this in front of me now, because that's I don't like that. Since the intro, I have used Nathan twice. Nathan smells normal and Nathan is older. Why does the mystery shade smell off? Anyway, I'll deal with that in my own time. Next, this one I've been really liking and kind of maybe want to use up by the next update, but if that doesn't happen, it's fine because I'm really enjoying it. This is the mini Lime Crimes plushies in hot chocolate. Since the last update, I only used it 3 times, but I just remembered how much I love this formula. It smells like Dr. Pepper. So I am definitely going to try to use this more and finish it hopefully by the next update. But I definitely will look into repurchasing this shade because I really do like the plushies. I just forget how much I like them because I don't wear them that often. So I need to knock out some lipsticks and then hopefully repurchase this one day soon. There's so many sirens right now. Sorry if you hear them, but you know, because of quarantine, I can hear the 2 fire stations by my house and the ambulance squad all the time now because there's less people on the roads. So it's a thing. Next, I have the Jeffree Star Mini Gemini lipstick. Since the last update, I've used it twice. I already do notice gaping, so this probably only needs like maybe 15 more uses. I'm not going to try to bang this one out by the next update, but I do want to keep up my usage because it can be done soon. I finished off 2 of these already. And then the last lipstick is the Jeffree Star Baby Spice lipstick. So this is what it's currently looking like. Since the last update, I've only used this once, so this is something I definitely need to get more use out of. Next, we'll talk about something that I tried using it for something that I thought was its intended purchase, but I almost wrecked all my brushes, and that's the Lovebird Pina Colada Coconut Oil Mascara Melt. It looks disgusting because I used it once. I was using it as like a brush cleaner for my brushes, and yeah, I almost killed my brushes. There was one casualty, and that was a Wet n Wild brush. So yeah, I did have one casualty because of this. I need to find another way to use it because I'm not going to use it on my face because I do not like coconut oil, and I know that my pores would probably hate it. So I need to find another use for this soon. Next, let's talk about the 2 nail polishes. I have the Sinful Colors nail polish that I'm trying to use up, and then the LA Colors nail polish I'm trying to use 25 times. Since the last update, I've used this once, and I've used this 4 times. I've been really reaching for the LA Colors, so I kind of should have put the LA Colors as the one I use up, but that is okay. I do need to repaint my nails because some of them flaked off yesterday. So yeah, I think I'm going to make this my toe color to help get use out of it, but didn't use them too much since the intro. Next, this I'm starting to slowly work back into my routine. This is the Mario Badescu drying lotion. Since the intro, I've used it twice. It's still halfway. Yeah, I just need to remember to use this every night. I should have used it last night, but I was lazy and forgot. You know what, we're just gonna get all the non-eyeshadow products out of the way and then save all the eyeshadow for the end. So something real quick that I did not use at all is the Fresh and Clean Chilled Lotion by Victoria's Secret. My goal with this is to use it 75 times. I just currently have this in a drawer till I finish off the 1,000 wishes, and then this will get pulled out and used. This next item is something that is just currently not being used because I'm trying to finish up a different mask, and this is the Pomegranate Peel Off Gel Mask by Friedman. Yeah, so I haven't touched this yet, but I'm not too worried about this one. Next, I have my Jeffree Star Velour Lip Scrub in Peach Popsicle. My goal with this is to use it 15 times, and since the last update, I've only used it once. I don't think I like the scent on my lips. I said before that it's like not an artificial peach, so like I kind of enjoy it, like I enjoy the scent, but I don't think I enjoy it on my lips, so this is something that I'm going to have to learn if I actually am okay with using it on my lips or not. If not, I will probably just pass it on to my mom or do something else with it. And then I have the Victoria's Secret Tease perfume. I have not used this because I'm trying to focus on the Bombshell one first and then go to this one. Okay, hopefully my angle didn't change too much. NYX Vivid Petal. My goal with this is to use it 15 times. Since the intro, I've only used it once, so it definitely does need more use. I could have used it today, but I was trying to recreate a look from a Instagram account I follow. So could have, but it was a missed opportunity on my part. And then the other eyeliner is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Eyeliner. My goal with this is to completely use it up. This is Junk Show. Since the intro, I haven't used it at all. This is something that I do need to put out on my desk for me to reach for, but I just haven't. Next, I have the Too Faced Snow Bunny Bronzer. My goal with this is to hit pan. I've used it a lot. You can see the rings of the pan. Since the intro, I've used it 5 times, but I have been reaching for it more. I think, honestly, hitting pan might be an easy goal, and that might happen soon, so I don't know. Next, I have something that I've been really enjoying, and that's from the Urban Decay and Basquiat Face Gallery palette, and that is the shade, the blush in X-Ray. My goal with X-Ray is to completely finish it, and since the last update, I've used it 4 times. I am wearing it today. I really like it. So this is something that I've been trying not to use a lot because I want to finish off a different blush before this one, but I will have no problem finishing off this blush. Next, I have my Supreme Frost Highlighter in Hypothermia. This is what it's currently looking like. My goal is to use this 20 times, and I've used it twice since the intro. This currently is in my rotation, so I am trying to hit use on this and then move on to the next one. Next, I have the Jeffree Star Highlighter in Peach Goddess. Yeah, I'm focusing on Hypothermia first and then going to Peach Goddess. Peach Goddess has not been used since the intro. And then the last highlighter in this project is from the Laura Geller Life Glows On palette, and that is the shade Diamond Dust. My goal with Diamond Dust is to hit pan, and I've only used it once since the intro, but I'm not too worried about it. I've been playing with a lot of color, so I've been wearing pretty much rotating through all my highlighters. Next, we'll get this big palette out of the way. From the Conspiracy palette, I'm focusing on 2 shades. My goal with Trish is to hit pan, and my goal with Pigment is to use it 20 times. And I haven't touched this palette since the intro because it's not in my rotation. So they look the same. Next, I have my Lime Crime plushies in Sweet Blends. I have the shade Rosebud in this project. Since the intro, I have not used it. This will be something easy for me to, my goal is to hit pan on this, and it will be easy to do that, but I just haven't. I used this palette before this project officially started, so it didn't count for this project. Next, I have the Kendo Vegan Beauty Plum Quad, and on here, I'm focusing on the highlight shade and the base shade because they're the only really pink toned ones. And my goal for both of them is to use them 50 times, and I haven't touched them yet. They're not in rotation. So this is something I'm gonna have to pull in rotation soon, or else the 50 is going to last forever. Let's talk about some palettes I have used. So from the Naked palette, I have 2 shades. I have the shade Sin. My goal with Sin is to hit pan, and then I have the shade Toasted. And with Toasted, my goal is also to hit pan. Sin has been used once since the intro, and Toasted has not been used. I've been focusing so much on the Lime Crime palette, the Sugar Plum palette, that I haven't reached for this because typically I use one of these shades for a brow bone. But because of that palette, I have not been reaching for it. Next, I have from my QKI palette the Rose shade. This is what it's currently looking like. My goal with this shade is to completely finish it, and I've used it twice since the last update. It has a nice dip. Maybe by the next update I might have pan in this, but we'll see. Next, I have my Venus 3 palette by Lime Crime. In here I have the shade Dreamy. My goal with Dreamy is to hit pan and Heavenly. So since the intro, Dreamy was used 3 times and Heavenly was used twice. I think that this is currently getting taken out of my Shop My Stash, but I might pull it into my normal everyday rotation just to hit pan on Dreamy because it's so close. So that might happen. Next, I have my Too Faced Natural Matte palette, the shade Lace Teddy. My goal with Lace Teddy is to use it 20 times. This currently just got pulled into my rotation like a couple days ago, so It has 0 uses, but that's about to change. About to really change. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot about this palette. I'm such a scatterbrain. Honestly, should just refilm the whole thing, but it's too late. From the Lorac Mega Pro 4, I'm focusing on Mahogany and Spice. My goal for both of these is to hit pan. For this current update, I've technically haven't touched either of them, but I did use Mahogany today, but that counts for next month's update. I almost forgot about my single that I have a love-hate relationship with. This is the L'Oreal Pink eyeshadow. I have repressed it since the intro. I've only used it once, so that's something I need to get on because it is in my Pan That palette. Next, I'll just get these two out of the way. From the Huda Beauty Neon Pink palette, I'm focusing on that light pink shade. I want to hit pan on it. I haven't touched it. Next, I also have the ColourPop Lilac You a Lot palette. I'm focusing on the shade Cloud. My goal with Cloud is to use it 20 times. I haven't touched it because it's just, they're not in rotation at the moment. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. In this palette, I'm focusing on Sprinkles. My goal is to hit pan. Cotton Candy, I want to use 20 times. And Totally Fetch, I want to hit pan. Sprinkles was used once and I did not touch the other two during this update. So this is something that I'm going to pull back out probably in a couple months and try to finish that. Next, I have my Urban Decay Cherry palette, and from this palette I have the shade Bang Bang. My goal with it is to use it 15 times, and since the intro I've used it once. So a step in the right direction, but not that much progress. Next, from the Too Faced, oh my gosh, from the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette, I'm focusing on the shade Taste Buds. My goal with Taste Buds is to use it 20 times, and since the intro I've used it 3. So that's a step in the right direction. This palette I did not touch. This is the Lorac Free Spirit palette. I'm focusing on the 7th shade of the palette. I have not touched it. My goal is to finish it. Next, I have the Naked 3 palette. I'm focusing on the shade Limit. I know I'm going to pull this into my rotation next month, so it will get used then, but at the moment it has no use. My goal with Limit is to completely finish it. Now the last item, unless I somehow missed something. I have the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette. My goal with this as a whole is to reach for this palette 25 times. So I have not touched it since the last update, and this is what it currently looks the same. I said in my intro that I wasn't setting goals for the first month because I always want to see what I'm reaching for first, and I think just the problem with this pan is that project pan is that it's a lot of items, and I put in a lot of eyeshadow without fully thinking. So this is definitely something that's going to take me a while. I need to start getting strategic with it. I think by the next month that the Lime Crime Sugar Plum palette's goal should be complete. I would like to see some more progress on some of the eyeshadows, but that's just going to be, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard at the moment because I just really want to play with color. And yes, we have a lot of different pinks here, but not a lot of these pinks are calling my name at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get smart with those. I'm doing great with the face products that are in this project at the moment, so that's a step in the right direction, but I definitely need to start buckling down on some of this eyeshadow because it's a lot, especially the eyeshadows that I want to completely finish. Don't forget to check out the master list down below and see everyone else doing this project either on Instagram or on YouTube. And that is my update for this. This is a long one. So yeah, if you enjoy me or you enjoy project panning, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. And peace out, Girl Scout.